Hey, what's going on, you guys? My name is Rage, and we are back today to talk about the most rewarding and, honestly, in my opinion, the most important game mode that we should be focused on right now in the game, especially if those of you that are returning to the game or those of you transitioning from mid-game to end-game, especially given the recent reworks that have happened as of late, especially since the live update actually went up a couple days ago. So guys, obviously here I'm referring to raids. I think this is such an underlooked part of the game because of the fact that we're doing this day in, day out, and it almost becomes kind of, procedural for us each and every day to participate. But the rewards have gotten so much better. I'm going to demonstrate that in today's video, but as well go through the teams I'm using right now, especially if you guys are interested in going through Incursion 2.3, which currently right now is the highest level difficulty of raids that we can achieve in the game until the spotlight raids do come. So again, guys, if you've seen my past videos, I've always emphasized how important it is to be in arena because being in the top 10, top 20, or even top 50, you're getting a lot of rewards. You're getting the power cores, which is pretty sizable. This is going to add up. This is how I've been able to accumulate my power cores in my account. But the thing about power cores is that the only exclusive thing it can do for you is unlock featured characters at time of release and gives you additional energy. How you're going to really build up your roster, elevating your characters to tier 16, 17, 18, and ultimately 19 for the Mephisto unlock is making the use of your resources. And the one big thing that did happen this week was the huge revision of the raid store. I touched on this in an earlier video, but I've never actually gone through and showed you guys comparatively how much better this store is. So what I'm referring to is if you scroll down, obviously character shards are going to be good and stuff, and you can see most folks likely will have a lot of these raid credits built up over time. While this store has become the best value in terms of what you can use, right? Not only are you earning these raid credits day by day through participating in raids, but just look at this. Look at some of the uniques you can get. 5,000 raid credits for 4 pieces of these uniques, and then you actually can go through 4 rows, my apologies, of these uniques. If that's not where your characters are right now, you can scroll down even further and you can actually look and focus on the orange gear, right? So obviously the origin gear, mini uniques, and as well as even the uniques themselves, so you need these ones here. So this has just become such a wealthy place to start farming your unique materials to actually elevate your characters. And the reason I refer to unique so much is because of the fact that they're usually the main bottleneck. These are usually what's setting back players from elevating their characters to that next gear tier level. And now it's all available in the raid store, which is pretty phenomenal, guys. They also updated the orbs too, so these just have better drop rates now. For example, the teal gear raid orb now guarantee 2 pieces of unique in the center, as you see there. And I believe they already revised the orange gear in the past, so this has just become an amazing place to honestly start farming resources. Now, if we compare that back to the other 2 in quote-unquote important game modes, let me show you kind of how much more expensive it is, right? So if you're going through the Crucible store here, in order to do the same thing to buy unique, right, you're spending like 2,800 for 3 of these pieces in the orange gear. And sometimes, not guaranteed, right, sometimes you do see the unique here, and look, for 1 piece it's costing you 2,350. So obviously I have way more Crucible credits than I need, but now the value isn't here anymore, right? This might be still good for those mini uniques here and there, but the raid store definitely takes the cake. The exclusive war store, if you're using this store to buy certain characters, well, save it for the characters, because you can see here they still have the uniques here, 1950 for 1 piece, the marrow extract, 3 pieces for 1425. You know, the big difference between all 3 of these is that you're getting the raid credits every single day. War is only happening 3 times a week. Crucible is only happening 3 times a week. That's really big, guys. You're just going to get way more efficiency farming the raid store, and as well, the value is much better now in the raid store. And let me kind of show you how even the nodes scale, right? If you go into your raid setting here, and this is pretty sizable, guys. If you go into your raid setting, obviously every time you finish a node, let me take a look at what we're doing right now in beta. Like for example, right here, you go ahead and complete the node. You're gonna get the 135 already and the 15, right? So it scales over time. If you're doing 10 raids a day, that's at least 1,000 right there. And then don't forget, once the raid concludes, not this one, sorry, the Incursion 2, if you're going through and completing this 2.3, right, look at this. You're getting at least at the very bottom, let's scroll to the rank 13 to 24. You're getting 6,700 every single day if you're hitting 60% on Incursion 2.3. 6,700, that can buy you quite a bit already, as I shown in store. You're getting these elite credits too that now can buy the passives of Green Goblin Classic. In addition, you can actually use this to open up more Crimson Orbs. You're getting, ability resources here. You're getting the T2 ISO 8 credits, and then gear tier, the purple gear, orange gear, and teal gear, and finally even crimson gear. So I mean, it's giving you everything, and this is a compounding effect, guys. Obviously this isn't a lot in the grand scheme when you're looking at it day by day, but you're doing this every single day. You multiply that by 30 days. This is a lot of resources here. And then icing on the cake right here, for those of you that just go ahead and claim everything that may not be aware, when you actually finish off your season, right, which is every 2 weeks, and this is actually going to end actually in 5 hours and 45 minutes at the time of recording, or 272 top ranking, and then you go here and the top's 272, you're getting these additional resources too, right? So from 250 to 500, you're getting additional 7,000 in the epic, armor 19 orb fragments. We have another 35 orbs of the crimson gear, 35 the teal, and then 140 here of the gear raid orbs here for teal as well, and 160 T4. So I mean, this just adds up over time every 2 weeks, guys, and that's gonna matter. That's gonna matter, and that's why it's such an important game mode. The compounding effect day by day, the value that's had now in the raid store, and the opportunity to pivot now to really touch up on which characters you really need. Now let me just quickly go through, guys. I don't want to spend too much time, but I've spent time already going through detailing my team levels. But again, if we work our way top down, this is what I use on Bifrost for the Mystic section. You really just need to build up Val at gear tier 18. The rest of the team can make do. That's what I'm using right now to get through the 3 nodes. We have Pegasus here. Rescue and Kestrel are the most important. Make sure Kestrel is gear tier 18. You're going to need her in Dark Dimension 7 anyways. And then otherwise, Darkhawk, Iron Man Infinity War, and Mark II Ironheart, they can stay at gear tier 15 or 16. They can get the job done. These 2 teams are going to be the 2 teams that are heading out if they get replaced in the future. So just something to be mindful of. That's Mystic and Tech. And then finally, we do have the newer teams, and this is still getting the job done exceptionally. So we have Extreme X-Men. Most important pieces are Gambit and Nightcrawler. Bring them to the moon. They just have so much value. We know Age of X is going to get a lot of mutants added this year, so they're going to have value. And Forge is a very important piece of this team. I do see Sunspot and Cyclops on the way out if more and better mutants come to the game. So hence my hesitation there to build them up. And then finally, Hive Mind, I had a lot of fun with this. Many of these members built up because I used them in Escape from Kiln. Now, this team right here with Hive Mind, if you have Super Scroll, you actually don't need Venom. So don't invest in Venom if you have Scroll. If you don't have Scroll, then invest the full team. But Carnage, Gwenem, Void Knight are very, very important for this team. Absolutely love them. They're pretty fun. And then I'm slowly building right now Spire Society, but that is taking a bit of a hold right now because I'm preparing for the other legendary events coming up here with Old Man Logan. So hopefully this helps you guys out. I just want to preach that, every day, make sure you guys are doing the best you can in raids. Do not discount that because it's going to matter in the long haul when you have this compounding effect of the rewards. And that's going to be meaningful because that could very well be the difference maker between what actually elevates your characters to, gear tier 16, 17, 18, and then finally getting that Crimson gear for gear tier 19 in the future here. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you for your time as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.